Okay, so I do have slides, but I did not pull them up yet. You cannot minimize Zoom when you're recording. Didn't know that. Okay, well, this will be fun. Share screen, and I'm just gonna have to find my slides this way. Fun times. Okay, we're talking about the 4-week gut protocol tonight, and 4 weeks for every body, which is the fitness program that goes with it. So Autumn just designed this program because she started having like some gut health issues herself that started to escalate. And as she was like getting help, seeking help and treatment, she started to learn a lot about her own gut microbiome and then started to work with Beachbody and nutritionists and dietitians to figure out how we can incorporate this. I get so distracted and I literally really need a new computer. Incorporate this into a 4-week protocol for everybody. Well, not everybody, but everyone who gets the 4-week gut protocol. So it is going to be like an elimination style diet where you are cutting out foods. But I'm going to try to best explain it myself. I was on a call with her recently. And while I thought that would be super amazing, and it was, I've actually been on a couple calls with her before when she has programs launched like this, but I actually got the most out of hearing from real people, regular coaches, people like me that sometimes fall off and get back on the wagon, that really solidified it for me because the program sounds like it's just going to be really awesome. And it will be, I believe, and I will get to this later too, I think it's in the slide. I think that the 4-week gut protocol is not going to be something that ever like makes it to Beachbody On Demand for everybody. I do believe that the workout program will, but this is basically going to be like its own nutrition program. So yeah. All right. Moving on. Okay, so important dates so far because it hasn't even launched yet. Right now, just start sprinkling, breadcrumbing, talking about it, asking people like if they have had issues with their gut, with GI stuff, or maybe they have issues that they don't really realize could be issues with their gut. So tonight I did a sample workout at 5 on Zoom. I do plan on doing one Saturday morning at 9 and Sunday at 1 p.m. So the sample workout is on BOD if you or your client already has BOD, it's on there under the 4-week gut protocol or 4 weeks for everybody. It's there like right on the home screen, but all they can really access right now is just some like materials, like some information and the sample workout. Or there's a Vimeo link. So all of Beachbody sample workouts are also on Vimeo. That's where they come out to like the general public. So I do have the link somewhere, but you could also always just like Google search Vimeo 4 weeks for everybody. That's the name of the fitness program that is paired with. So it's like 20 something minutes. The launch date for the programs, they're getting 2 in 1, is March 15th. Generally, it actually comes out the night before, but it's pretty late. So I don't know if I'll stay up or not. But this is actually one of those launches that I am most excited for, more than I thought that I would be, and more than any launch that has been in the past, just because I just really try to focus a lot on nutrition. And I think that this is something for everybody, even if they really know it yet or not. Give out PC memberships like Oprah, because March 15th is the launch day just for coaches and preferred customers. So basically any person that's going to want to get it from me, I'm just going to tell them like, okay, like you're going to get signed up as a preferred customer and you can cancel that at any time. But everyone's going to be a preferred customer or a coach that gets it, because I want to say the launch for customers will probably be about 2 weeks after this, 2 or 3. So my plan for day one is April 4th. It doesn't have to be your day one. It doesn't have to be your client's day one. It doesn't have to be my client's day one, but that's when I am going to start it. I am going to do a prep week, because the one thing about this nutrition program is I do think it's going to be a tad bit complicated, because it's going to be more complex than just the regular eating style, even with the containers. Because the food lists are going to be modified a bit. Obviously there's going to be things that you're not eating. And so I think that prep may take like a little bit longer, and I want people to feel like really comfortable going into the first week. So there will be a prep week, and it will likely be like just a message thread type thing. I don't think I'm going to set up like a BOD group prep week, because my plan is to just do this program in the midst of the ongoing BOD group that's going on. And in the past, I've watched my mentor lead these other groups, like where everyone does one program and we're all in one group separated from the masses. And I've done that myself, because that's just kind of like what got trickled down to me. And I was just listening to a call earlier in the week, and this coach was like, I don't do that. Like, I don't separate people out. I want everyone to have that hype, and I want people to see the programs that other people are doing. And I was just kind of like, wow. First of all, that makes so much sense. And secondly, it's a lot less work if you just have everybody in the same group. So my plan is not to separate out anyone that's doing the 4-week gut protocol and 4 weeks for everybody. And my start date is April 4th, only because I'm finishing up the 60-day body challenge like April 1st. So that just gives me a couple days in there. So that is a Monday, April 4th is. Okay, so why a launch? Okay, launches can really help your business, and especially if you're excited about something. If you're excited and you have people that trust you, they're also going to get excited about that. It's also a great time to get your own killer results and just jump like all in with a program, especially one that comes with nutrition and fitness. I just think so many people really don't know how to eat and to fuel their bodies. And while mostly I do, it's still very hard. So I think that this and doing this all together for accountability is just going to be a huge launch. And we're solving a problem that a lot of people have. Hence this list that I made over here of just 7 random like things that people go through that could potentially be related to gut health. And I struggle from at least 3 or 4 of them, like on a daily basis. A lot of coaches that have been around for like a long time, like years, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like many, many years. They are getting like these vibes that this is going to be bigger than the 21-day fix launch of 2014, I think is when 21-day fix came out, also autumn. But that program was huge. I didn't really know anything about Beachbody at the time. And I remember colleagues in my office that were 3 or 4 of them doing 21-day fix. And I was over, counting my calories in my app or something. Like I wasn't into it, but I was intrigued, and I knew that they did it, and I knew that they were getting results, and a lot of them still have their containers somewhere. So that was a huge launch. And this is maybe potentially going to be bigger than that. Also really fun. I just found out a couple of days ago, Autumn is sending the top recruiters on a trip to Orlando. She like rented a house, and it doesn't have to be the top, like the tip of the top massive like 15-star millionaire diamond coaches. She's taking like the top sellers from like all different tiers of coaches. So like just coach status to, I think like it's maybe 1-star diamond, and then like 2-star diamond to 5-star. And then so different, it's the top 3 coaches from each tier, I believe she's taking on a trip. So I'm excited about that. I don't know if it'll be me, but I manifested that the other night and I said, you're gonna do it. So we'll see. Step 1, make a call to action today or tomorrow. Include the sample workout. You can put it as a link in your Instagram stories. Like everyone has access now to that link feature. And I love too now that you can type what you actually want the link to say. It used to just not make it up for you, but like it would just have linked to Vimeo probably, or like it would have just linked to like Beachbody, but now you can just type in like sample workout for like gut protocol or something. The only thing about that is if you do a link in your stories, you're not necessarily going to know who does it, like who clicks on it or who does the workout. So if somebody wants the link, what I've been doing is just collecting emails, and that way I have their name and I have their email, and I'll just like shoot it to them that way, with a little bit of information. And I'm going to make my info sheet available to you guys as well. Okay, so where are we on time? Of course, I knew I would just talk too much. Okay, so the overview, oh, I almost fell off my stool. So the overview of the 4-week gut protocol is, it is an elimination style eating plan. It is going to use the portion control containers, but it's going to use them differently because Autumn has revised the food list, obviously, and what we are able to eat on them. But you'll eliminate I want to say it's the 30, no, I forget how many. It's several different foods that are like the most common food allergens. It's probably not 30, but I'm getting a story mixed up that another coach was telling that I'll tell in a little bit. But the most common food allergens, and then she will have reintroduction. So she will, it's not just like we're done at the end. She is going to teach you how to reintroduce the foods slowly back into your life, which could take anywhere from 2 days to 2 weeks, depending on how like sick they made you or how much they were affecting your gut. And some people that have done the program feel so good that they haven't reintroduced some of the foods back because they're just like, I want to keep feeling this good. Which honestly for me is kind of one of the goals, like just like probably TMI, but like I want to say like seafood Alfredo, like linguine, kind of like creamy pastas used to be like my absolute favorite food that I would ever eat at a restaurant, but they made me sick every single time I ate them. Like like heavy cream, buttery sauces, like literally if we were like out somewhere, like would have to run to the bathroom. So I stopped eating it. But for like years and years and years, I didn't. I just was like, oh, I cannot wait to, eat that. When really like in my mind, it was just like, I cannot wait to be sick and on the toilet for 10 minutes in between the restaurant and the bar. And who knows how that's really going to go. So yeah, just one day, it was like the last time. Like I was like, this is the last time I'm ordering this. And I remember the first time I didn't order it and it felt like very powerful. And it wasn't even like, I wasn't doing Beachbody then, I wasn't a coach or anything, but I just remember that like specific time that I was like, I'm not getting that because I will feel sick. So that's kind of where I'm hoping my mind goes with a lot of these foods, or at least ones that I know are going to make me feel bad. That potentially I don't reintroduce them, or at least don't reintroduce them very much. So if you have ever looked into the Portion Fix and 2B Mindset, there's video modules for both plans. That will be how this is laid out as well. There'll be video modules, and that's kind of how I see the prep week going, is maybe watch module 1, watch module 2, and just kind of we talk about it in a thread or a message, like even if it's a text thread or something, if people are comfortable, just as we're learning together. And that way we'll be able to dive in on day 1. Required supplements, vegan Shakeology is required because it's just part of like the overall like health purposes of it. And we're not doing whey, we're just doing the vegan, which I only drink the vegan now, that I just learned a little bit more about it, and the fact that the whey is like, has some dairy in it and things. And then there are supplements that are recommended. I am not going to require them, and there is a package that only has the Shakeology without the supplements. Now, Autumn obviously recommends them, but they're not even going to be available like in Canada and other countries. So she's going to have, I think, like a list of what to look for that may potentially be cheaper, and definitely for people in the Canada and the UK and France. So the supplements are Revitalize, which is Pro and Prebiotics, and then Optimize, which is a digestive enzyme blend with Camu in it. And like I said earlier, I don't believe the nutrition piece of this will ever be available in the member library unless purchased. And then an overview of the workouts that go with it that I really like the sample so far. I have been kind of loving No Impact. So it's 4 days a week for 4 weeks. There's a push day, there's a pull day. It's autumn, so there's a leg day. And there is no impact cardio. All of the workouts are 30 minutes or less, which I'm kind of surprised because I think like Autumn does like her longer workouts too. It's absolutely no impact so that your gut can kind of like heal and do what it's supposed to do. There is still an on-screen modifier. And then, so it's 4 days a week that you follow along with them. And then there is 1 day a week that Autumn just wants you to move. She just says like, do something else on this day. You can walk outside, you can cycle, you can do a body class, you can do something else, but just 1 extra day of movement that's outside of the program. Equipment needed is dumbbells and the core ball that came with 9-week Control Freak, and it will also be included with these packages. So I still have my core ball somewhere over there. You also get 4 bonus rides on body to be used on cardio days if you don't want to do like the cardio workout, because cycling is technically no impact as well. So she did create 4 rides. And then her brother, Bobby, who is the chef and creator of the Fixate cooking show, which is all containerized thanks to Autumn. He is bringing a recipe at the end of every workout. So there's like a little bar and he comes out with like a snack or something and feeds the cast at the end of every workout. So Bobby's in there too. I love him. And let me move this bar. Well, all that says is total solution bundles. So you're not missing anything up at the top if you can see that too. Okay, so there's 3 bundles, and Autumn's Choice I do feel like is the best bundle, only because it does have the supplements with it for the 30-day supply. But the only thing that's different between that and the best value package, which is the one for $328, you're also getting your entire year of body with that one. So I actually might upgrade to that one only because right now I'm paying $20 a month for body. And if I get the year, it's just done, over with, paid for. I'm going to obviously keep body because I have my bike behind me. So those are the options. I've talked to a lot of people so far and they're like, yeah, I want to do Autumn's Choice because it has the supplements, and I'm not making anyone take the supplements, so they can do the Shakeology essentials too, which I am so pleased at the price of the Shakeology Essentials bundle, because the fact that it is technically a nutrition program and a workout program, I was really fearful that it was gonna like jack up the price because it's two programs in one. And it is the exact same price that any of our other programs are when they launch. So I was like, thank God. I knew I had people that were going to be interested, but I was like really afraid to tell them the price. And I kind of gave them a little warning of, I have no clue what the pricing is on this, and it's two programs. So just be aware. But pleasantly pleased with that. Now, if they do want to do the supplements, obviously it is going to jack the price up a little bit. But that is the only difference in those bundles. So they get everything with the Shakeology Essentials except the Year of Body and the supplements. And then the best value pack is the Year of Body, which is awesome. Just trying to see. I think also there's maybe, it could be a typo, but like the To Be Mindset tracker, I think that's the only thing that I see that's like different. Like it's in the best value pack, you get the To Be Mindset tracker, and in the other ones you don't. But also, Autumn's nutrition program is not To Be Mindset, so it could be why. Okay, so these are my favorite stories. Just gonna move that. So this where my mouse is Erin Hopkins, the blonde. She was just speaking on a call with Autumn on Monday. She's the one that kind of led the call, facilitated that, and I got to really like hear what she was saying. And she was really like almost in tears telling her story, because she was just like, I was at this place where she's like, I had just got diagnosed with leaky gut syndrome in like September. And she's like, my doctor wanted me to cut out 35 foods. That's where I got that number earlier. 35 foods that I'm allergic to, or that like don't mesh with my body, and cut them out for a year. And she was just like, felt so defeated, felt like she had nowhere to start, like didn't know what to do. And then she said she was sitting at leadership, or she was, yeah, I think the leadership or elite something with Autumn, and it was in October. And Autumn was talking about this program and how there's a test group opportunity. And Erin Hopkins, she said she just was crying. She was just sitting there crying and bawling, and there was a friend right next to her, and she was like, this is it, like this is for you, this is exactly what you needed. And she was like, I know. So she got in the test group. I have a feeling she was like Autumn like begged her to be in the test group. But she was like, I lost 11 pounds in a month and 13 odd inches, but she's like, I don't even care about that. She's like, I am not drinking like caffeine the way I used to. Like I used to have to drink 2 scoops of Energize just to like get through the morning, and then 2 more just to get through the afternoon. And she's like, I didn't realize that you're like, you can get through the day without that much caffeine. And she said like her skin, she's been on like a pretty like serious skin regimen for like most of her adult life. She's, my skin is cleared up, like all of these things, her sleep. And she's one of the ones that she's like, I really haven't like gone back to my old way of eating because I didn't know I could feel this good. So she really is like promoting this program like her saving grace. And a lot of what she was saying was really resonating with me. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And then she was just talking about some of the other people in the group, like people's eyes, like this, the brunette over here, obviously she also got a haircut, so she looks a little bit different, but more so than her abs that you can see a difference in her core. But like her eyes, I feel like she looks at least 10 years younger with the dark circles under her eyes than is in the after picture. And I feel like in the after picture, she's not even using like a flash or a ring light. And in the before fit picture, she is. So she felt that confident that she wasn't like trying to really like hide her under eyes and stuff. And then this girl's transformation I just love, because obviously she's very slender at baseline, but you can tell that she holds bloat in her midsection. So she really just like lost a lot of bloat from this program. And yeah, those are the beyond the scale. And there's actually tons of stories that I wasn't able to get a hold of. Aaron Hopkins was coming up with like a beyond the scale transformation, like tools, I guess, and visuals. And if I can get a hold of that, I will absolutely share it. But I was just kind of going off what she was talking about on the call the other day. Okay. So where can you find more info? Me, first of all, if you just want to ask, but also I sent it out in an email recently. But I created a Google form, just it's all the info about it. It also has the sample workout. It also has pricing and shake options and all of it. So that you feel free to use. I don't mind if you send out my Google form. If it's a name I don't recognize or an email that I don't recognize, I would just like reach out and ask you. Also, I'm pretty sure I have a question in there that's like, who's your coach? So I would easily be able to pick it out and let you know if somebody filled it out. Also, you can always like copy, like you can always duplicate it and then like create your own, but I don't want you to have to like waste your time doing that. So you can just use mine. In the back office, there's tons of resources for this under the tool. I think it's called tools and shareable media. But basically there's like a whole launch plan, visuals, the before and after pictures like that. The FAQ is in there, but you can also just search Beachbody FAQ and like type the name of the program and information will come up. The Beachbody Champions page on Facebook, it is takeover week. So Autumn like took it over. Monday night she was live in there and she's been posting in there like all week. That's where I found out about the house she rented for people to come that sell the most packages. And then Autumn's website, which I just believe it's like Team Autumn Calabrese or autumncalabrese.com, but she has her own website and then her social media she'll just be sharing. And I love to be able to just like share like her stories or share her posts, because she is obviously going to be talking about it a lot too for the launch and everything. And I think that's it. Open it up to questions, even though I don't know if I will be able to hear you, but if you do have questions, you can always type it in the chat. And I will stop sharing my screen. Oh, and it's 7:59. It should all be in the back office. Do you mean like calorie count, food list, like things like that? And like what is going to be eliminated? Oh, yes. I'm sure I can find the backs of the supplements for sure. I don't know what's going to be eliminated. I just know common food allergens. So I don't know how many. I don't know how much Autumn is like leaking about the program as far as like that quite yet. I don't know if she will either, but she just said common food allergens, but it could be in the FAQs or she could be talking about it somewhere else. So I would potentially see on her social media or her website if she's talking anywhere else, because I have looked in the FAQs and I don't think I've really seen anything that specific. But as far as the supplements, I'm sure I can Google that and screenshot it and get it out. So I will post my Google form specifically in the comments when I post this call recording, and I will post the supplement ingredients. And Autumn is also supposed to be sharing comparable, I don't know if she's gonna share comparable products, but she's gonna tell us what to look for if we can't get the supplements, basically. So I will also be on the lookout for that. Good questions. And Google form. All right. I'm gonna hop on my second call. Thanks for your questions. That was awesome.